All right, hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we the brothers here from the Great Millstone Atlanta Church. Also, we have with us the elders from Vegas, Shaquat, Kariyah. We have the elder Uriah from Pacific Northwest Camp, Seattle with us. Before we get started, of course, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well, that taught us this truth. Peace, safety, many blessings unto the elect of Israel scattered around the four corners of the earth, that's given all diligence to make their calling of election sure. All right. Tonight's lesson is going to be entitled, "It's impossible to be delivered if you receive the mark of the beast." Okay, and a lot of these people, they like to skip over what the mark of the beast is, not considering that it has a pivotal role in determining if you be delivered or not, which makes it very important. We speak things pertaining to salvation. And this being one of the major factors counted into our deliverance, we have to make sure that we're breaking it down and we're exposing it to the fullest extent. That way we get the blood off our hand. Now, if you take that mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, which that's speaking right now, okay? According to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, it says that the end is manifest, it shall speak. All right? When something speaks, it what? It manifests. So what's manifesting right now is the mark of the beast. And we see that through our everyday life, whether we have to gain access and entry into a certain facility, whether we have to access or gain, accessibility to our jobs.
Payments.
Biometrics.
Yeah, biometrics. So we're seeing this particular device speaking right now. And we're linking it with the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, to determine what it is. Okay? And we're here to say that if you receive this mark, okay, if you take this mark, you will automatically be counted out of being delivered. Nobody that has that RFID microchip tag implanted in them will be delivered on the chariot.
No repentance.
Okay? That's the deciding factor of life and death.
Quick precept. Because the brother mentioned this, 2 Ezra 9 and verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Like your brother was saying, like this is the times we're in, is being shown, and those that are watching, as it is our job to watch and to proclaim and see the things that are coming, so that the blood is exactly off of our hands as pertaining to the book of Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no excuses at the end of the day for someone to say, "Oh, I didn't know better."
Right.
Or why didn't someone tell me? It's been there the whole time, but you disregarded the words of the Most High.
It's speaking. Okay? It's manifesting. And we are the forerunners on the forefront of really pushing this to be that particular device, man. All right? We've done countless amount of videos showing without a shadow of a doubt that this is indeed the mark of the beast that will speak at the end. Okay? And notice that every country that's a part of the beast is implementing that system. Yeah. So if let's say hypothetically speaking that the mark of the beast was not the RFID microchip, then what are these particular countries, this NATO alliance, what philosophy are they implementing as a beast that's speaking right now? What is that philosophy? What is that system? What is that way of life that they're together implementing into their countries and societies?
If I could expound on that a little bit, you got to understand what the agenda is about. It's about total control.
Yep.
And that's what this device will give them. They'll know, because think about it, if they have that UPC code in all the grocery stores with that barcode on there, right? If you walk out of certain bounds, they know that left the store. When it goes through the scanner, they know that it went through the scanner. So wherever that moves, they can track it. But they're now finally getting to the level of having the technology that can watch you not only inside the grocery store to light up an alarm when something goes out without being paid for, but when anytime you move around, there's cameras that can have access. There's phones that can have access. They're getting a full worldly system onto this grid of watching everybody and being overlord and control of everybody and their movement, including their thoughts.
Yeah.
That's the level of technology to move to in these times. And what else can hold that type of technology scripturally, but that major what do you want to call it? Major mark. I don't know what else to call it. That tag that mark of the beast.
Reset real quick, go what you just said.
Yep.
I'm gonna just get right to the point. You know, this is dealing with Lucifer, right? Which we know essentially is the wicked elite. I'm gonna get right to the point. This is Isaiah 14:14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
That's why on the back of the dollar bill they have that all seeing eye. Because they want to have that same all seeing eye like the Most High. I will be like the Most High. It also says that in a similar sentiment to that in Second Thessalonians.
Another name for it is Big Brother.
Yep.
You know,
Big Brother's watching it.
Big Brother is always watching. Yeah, and you know, because your big brother, you know, like over your shoulder, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah, you know, but that's the system. Like the brother said, they want like what China has now. That's what they want.
Yep.
You know, they want full surveillance, because I believe in China actually, if you commit a crime, and they also have a social credit system, but if you commit a crime, they can find you within a couple minutes.
Well, they got contact tracing over there.
System over there.
They got they got that high tech. They got that high tech, you know, information, which ultimately gives them a level of a godlike access. Because what these human specimens are trying to do is they're trying to achieve omnipresence and omnipotency. They're trying to be all powerful and all seeing. But the only way that they can beat that is they have is through that image, their system. That's the only way that they can be omnipresent, is through that image, which through that image, that mark, okay? The mark is being pushed through the image, okay? So that therefore we're prophesying and speaking against that, man. You got something?
Yeah, I had a real quick one. This is Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, "Seeing then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." And the reason why we brought this out to back up your brother's point is the problem with a lot of you other camps is that you aren't able to redeem the time. See, we know that we're at the end of the society, so therefore, what does that mean? That we're in the time of the image of the beast, the mark of the beast, this devil pushing his last part to fulfill his enterprise. We understand the heaviness of the times we're in. A lot of you people, specifically of the circumcision that call yourselves Israelites, you don't even know we're at the end of this.
Right.
That's crazy.
Like you don't know that the beginning, the midst, the end, because the Lord's not dealing with you. So you're carrying this as if this is just technological advancements. Don't worry about it.
And if I may add real quickly, you know why? Because they're not watching the tokens, meaning they don't understand the prophecies. That's the problem. You got it, bro.
This is going to go right into that. Continuing on, 2 Ezra 9 and verse 6.
Yep.
Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs.
Signs of those prophecies, man. Okay, different prophecies about what will be happening in the skies in the end times, as well as what will be happening on the earth in the end times. Okay, so you know by pinpointing these prophecies and understanding them how they're written in the Bible, and then looking in current events, you can see that the time is lining up, that this is the end.
Yeah, and if I could ask you too also, Elder, you know, even Esau through his left hand side, he's gave us, well, not necessarily gave us understanding, but through the Lord working through Esau, it showed so much imagery throughout movies and things of the times that we're living in. We always quote scores of movies, literally, that goes into the mark of the beast, the RFID chip.
Yeah.
But you have men that believe that these things aren't going to be brought up in these times now. Those are the individuals that have their head in the sand, man.
The 80s and 90s movies.
The 80s and 90s, they were showing the chip. The early 90s, the late 90s, the 2000s, if we actually quoted all the movies going into the RFID microchip, it would literally be scores of movies.
Yes.
Right, and even if you try to use that excuse of where y'all get that from the white man, well, see, this is the thing. This is his technology,
Right.
but the Bible predates it. The Bible lets us know what's going to happen before it happens.
Right.
Okay, so we can go in the scriptures. I don't care what year Esau made the movie in. The Bible said he was going to do it in the first place. We look to the scriptures to get the understanding. So when we see the world around us, the image of the beast, the system, that goes right back to what we've been saying. You You got to be able to watch for the signs because there's effects and there's things that happen in the earth that you have to be able to pick up on if you're in the spirit.
That's right, bro.
Quick precept, so I got something. Isaiah 40:29, like you said, the Lord already spoke of those things before. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
Yeah.
That's what,
Yeah. Prophecy.
that's what, exactly what prophecy means, is to say before it happens. So these people are gonna have no excuse.
Precept. It's Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Hey, the Lord gave us a 2,000 some odd year head start on marking these.
Right.
You know, he gave that vision to John the Revelator when he was on the island of Patmos in exile, man. All right? And that was written aforetime, so when we get this understanding in the latter times, without a shadow of a doubt, everybody should be able to determine what the mark of the beast is right now.
Right.
You know?
That's why scriptures say, it's at 2 Corinthians, 2:11, not ignorant of Satan's devices. If you go to I think the word devices in the Greek, it means the evil thoughts or plans.
Enterprise.
Yeah, the enterprises. So the Most High basically unlocked our minds so we can see what this man's coming with, man.
Yeah, you remember the video that surfaced called The Banker's Poem?
Yes.
And there he said we want to achieve global dominations and we want a microchip world. Okay?
Hey, Aaron Russo, Salaki.
Yeah.
Aaron Russo.
So, to back that same point up, if that's what the elite want to go with it.
Yep, that's right. You got some more on that, Gamon?
Yeah, just a little bit. That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
That's right.
Yeah.
So our hope and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua really determines on resisting this particular mark. So in order to resist something, you have to be able to pinpoint it. How you gonna? Yeah, you gotta the water. You gotta be able to recognize what to resist. So if you don't know what to resist, then how the hell you gonna get delivered?
And how do they say well, the mark of the beast isn't the RFID microchip? Well, what is this thing? Well, we ain't gonna take that either. But you still got to pinpoint. This is a major power move in the earth that's about to happen by Esau.
Yeah.
Okay, why wouldn't that be written down in the scriptures? Something of this magnitude.
IUIC, they said when they were saying that the mark of the beast is saying that they just like, but we ain't gonna go into that now.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Scripture say be ready to answer every thing.
You have to teach.
You know, if we're talking about global domination, then what device or what system would surpass the RFID chip?
Thank you.
You know, what other system is going to give Esau more of a global domination than implanting? You know, because you can't, you know, you can leave your wallet at home.
Right.
You can leave your wallet, your ID at home, but this shit is implanted in you. So, what can be bigger than that?
Yeah.
You will never need for a wallet, bro.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Everything cash, anything in your wallet will be on that chip.
Yes.
So you don't even need for a wallet.
It's on your phone right now. You got a wallet.
Right.
Yeah.
Apple
Wallet.
Pay, wallet, pictures, everything is on there.
Yeah.
GPS,
Everything, bro.
They also connected to the cars.
That's
To an app.
Yeah.
You don't even need cars.
You don't even need keys, bro.
So it's like, there's an article that came out a month ago. It's on calvinair.com, and it's the good, the bad, and the ugly of personal RFID chip implants. And I read through it, but this is the point here at the bottom. It says there's a good chance. This is the last sentence of the paragraph. There's a good chance that within a few years they will be as common as back pocket cell phones, but for now they're still a novelty. Talking about the chips. They know this is where it's going to go.
Yeah.
That it's going to be that. Look, yeah, right now you have these other places that are forcing it, but I mean, this is a 1 month old article.
Right.
And every week and every month you'll find another one.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting even more intricate up to the point where you have Elon Musk, okay, that's going to begin human trials at the end of the year dealing with Neuralink brain implants, man. You know? So we talking about what's speaking right now, man.
Right.
What is speaking? Every time we turn around, what is developing in front of our face? Is it what philosophy? What are the implications about this philosophy, man? We're supposed to see some type of implication about this particular philosophy, man. And it can't be Christianity because they already use Christianity. So they're gonna reutilize Christianity
No.
to mark you?
Right.
No, what is speaking right now, man? That's why we're so adamant about it, because salvation depends on if you take or resist.
Right.
If you take this, you have a 0% chance of being beamed up on the chariot and saved from the missiles, man. God, man, I know it's hot right now.
And I had something with
Then
comment
we
board. So I want to everybody in the comment board too.
Shalom.
This is from Elder Anak, James Isaiah 144, Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
And that slam back beautifully into segue beautifully into what the precept I wanted to bring, because who are the visionaries? Who are the seers? The prophets, right? I have Amos 3:7. It says, okay, it says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Yes.
If I may,
What's the secret? The secret, sorry. The secret is the vision.
Right.
Okay? Yahweh Shah said, what you hear in the ear, preach on the housetops.
Yep.
We were privy to the prophecies of the things that are coming down the pipe because we can see. So what do? When these articles and these videos and these things come out, we warn you and we tell you about it. You know? And I mean, you know, and I mean, to be honest, the proof is in the pudding. Now, the bishop, he mentioned about Elon Musk pushing the Neuralink. Lil Uzi Vert is pushing the brain chip too. I did a video on it. You know, they about to get ready to push this because it was like what maybe 2022. That's what they said. So when you start seeing these rappers with these diamonds in their forehead and diamonds in their
It's gonna change.
everything is changing. And who runs the trends? Jake. You know? But nah, that's not the mark of the beast. You got 0% chance if you take
You got
it.
0% chance. You got something like that?
Good. This is 2 Timothy 4:2. It says, preach the word, be in season and instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust.
It's like nobody's gonna care about that we warned them. They just know they need to fulfill their fleshly lust at that moment. And I'm talking about, you know, not just lust of sexual lust. I'm talking about food, because if you can't buy or sell, you can't participate in society. Okay, so you can't work, which means you can't eat, which means you can't have a place to live, which means you're pretty much homeless and out there to be destroyed by the elements of the world.
Exile.
Exile. Yep.
What we talking about also? Oh, you got it.
But I was gonna say that all these other Israelite groups that are not getting on board with the truth, you're not enduring sound doctrine. So you're pushing lies to the people, your congregation, and anyone else that come across your videos and will align with what you say. That blood is on your hands.
Yeah. And if you didn't know, just shut your mouth on that, man. Let the prophets prophesy.
Sound.
Yeah, because you received a vain vision. Pursuant to what's that? Jeremiah 14, all right, or 15. One of those, you received a vain vision, and the Lord said He didn't tell y'all to go out and prophesy. Yeah. The Lord didn't anoint your spirit to even go out and prophesy. So who sent you? You know. See, what's going to happen is your congregation. You're gonna have a lot of blood on you, man. Okay. And remember, pursuant to Luke the 12th chapter, going down to about the 45th and 46th verse, it says, "Though them that knew the will of the Lord and did it not shall be beaten with many stripes." So your judgment is not just going to be a simple judgment, man. You're going to receive the judgment of judgments because you have blood on your hand of people that was inquiring about this truth.
You're going to be led correctly by you.
That's right. You know, they were supposed to be led. Now I want to. Okay, come.
All right, I'm gonna start back from verse 3. It says, "For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, so like they have itchy ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables.
Yeah, that's a fable. The mark of the beast is Christianity. It's a remarkable.
Sleeping with white women.
It's that's a fable. That's a made up false lie. And hey, what the scripture says that I'm gonna read a book, but still reading. The scripture says that cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully.
That's right.
And that's basically what you're doing. You're lying to the people, giving them deceit when all you had to do was okay. This is what the scripture say. Let me research it. Y'all leaders don't be researching nothing.
The follow.
Down to the fact that they don't have fear. They ain't got the fear of the Most High on them. Because if they did, they would pay attention to these scriptures that this lesson about. There's no way you got salvation if you take that chip.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be pushing taking a chip if you trying to save souls.
Precept.
God.
There's Revelation 16:2. And when the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image.
Yeah, what is that? What is that image? That system. See, eventually Esau is going to put the pressure on you to where you're going to have to bow to the system that he's implementing, man. And it's a digital system. Okay, he's trying to merge man with machine. Hack the body. He want to hack your body, man. Like he hack a computer. He want to hack you, and he want to bind your tissue and your flesh with his technology, so you can function in his image. Okay, you can move in his image. What happens when a man takes hold of a woman? He marks her. All right, and then what does the saying go? You are a reflection of me. So basically, you're under the image of that man because he did what? He pricked you. Okay, he cut into he cut into you, and he cut your hymen. Right. And you know, and that symbol, that blood that drew was a mark that you belong to that man. Right. So it's the same thing. Esau gonna draw blood, and he gonna mark you so that you can be a reflection of him. And then that'll give him probable cause to accuse you.
That's the stigma too.
That's the stigma. We're coming down to a very, very, very important time where everyone is going to have to make a very important decision. And if you make the wrong decision, you're 100% counted out of salvation. Right. And that's why we stress this so much, and we get condemned behind it. But we have to do this because we believe in the saving of the souls. Okay? You had any more on that?
I had a definition from that verse you read, Revelations 16:2, where it said they had a grievous sore. It's the word sore in the Greek letter. The Greek word is helkos. It says a wound, especially a wound producing a discharge, pus, a sore.
How you gonna get pus? How you gonna get pus from Christianity?
That's how you know it's a physical thing.
Well, you see all these different people that's dropping dead from these different vaccinations. These trials have been extremely tough to get off the road, and it's a lot of people that's not trusting in it because they're hearing about all these different cases of people that were pro-vaccination and they might get palsy, if I'm not mistaken, cerebral palsy. They get off and they just drop dead.
Yeah,
it's like because it said pus, right?
Yes.
Which that's a physical byproduct of an infection, which only takes place if you have a foreign object in your body.
He was trying to push it
I
out.
was trying to push it out.
But how Esau did it was, if you look at how he designed the chip, he put in there an actual binding agent that binds to your actual skin. It's like a white little clear stream. That's silicone, and it's gonna bind to your actual tissue to where you're not gonna even be able to pull it out. So we're going into a moment where, hey, Satan is gonna let everything out the bag and force you to take this device. And after that, hey, it don't care if you know he's the devil or not. It don't even matter at that point. If you take it, it don't care. You can call him the devil all you want to. He still got your ass chipped. You know? That's why he been hiding the whole time. Esau been hiding the whole time for the very moment of implementing the chip, man. You know, as a matter of fact.
It's like one more verse because it kind of makes sense. This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 9. And the men were scorched with great heat and blasphemed the name of Yahweh, which hath power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. So like you said, like they're not when they take this chip, hey, there's no going back. And these people that take the chip, they're really committed unto it. So it's the same sentiment. It's like you're gonna be that tied into it. All right, I'm that tied into not to not having mercy on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they even show you, if I'm not mistaken, in the movie Insurgent, they were shooting people with microchips, and they couldn't even take the chips up out of them because it started to bond with certain vital organs and things of that nature. So you got certain jakes that may think I could take the chip and I'm just gonna take it out. It don't work like that.
It don't work like that, man. See, Esau this is the master of deception. He know that you would try to take it out. That's why he put a bond in. This devil is not stupid as you think, man.
Right.
All right. Scripture says he's wiser than Daniel, man. Oh, that's the spirit, bro.
Hey, but I'm gonna start
You
out.
got some more?
No, I was just gonna mention the whole point of the medical procedures, like with the silicone. They found that out with breast plants.
Mm-hmm.
With all the augmentations, they know what works under the skin and tissue and what doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So they know, and this is why they changed up the molecular chemistry of the silicone issue, because after they found out women were getting breast cancer from getting breast implants. So they got to switch up that whole thing. And everything's a petri dish. So now they know they're perfecting their witchcraft, going right into what this brother's gonna pull.
Yep.
This actually came from Elder Cartazar in Las Vegas. He made a sit down. He posted this on the comment board. It's just the spirit. So I'm gonna read up for what he posted. This is Ezekiel 28:2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus said the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of a God. Art man, it's like in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man.
The seas represent the people.
Mm-hmm. And not a power. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing. He's putting himself up as he's the Most High. He's taking that position on the earth, and that's why he has all his electrical system set up to where he can keep an eye on everything. Everywhere you go, there's a camera that's watching what you're doing, what you're saying. It's all over. It's on the street corners.
Yep. Even to the point to where they can just track your location from your cellular device.
Right.
You know, this man has an extreme God complex, man. You know, he has a authority problem, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he's trying to achieve that omnipresence, man. You know, he's trying to be in all places at one time. He's trying to be all powerful, man. But that only belongs to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? And the Lord is going, that's why Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to bring you out of this power seat. Because you're challenging the throne now, man.
Okay.
One of the worst things you could do is challenge the throne of a king, man. Then you're forced to feel the wrath of that king, man. You see that in the movie, in that show, The Last Kingdom, with Uhtred and King Arthur, man. You challenge the throne, and you gotta suffer the consequences that come from that throne. Yeah. And that's why you Edomites, you're gonna suffer the ultimate consequence, which is them nuclear missiles.
Right.
You know, hold it real quick. I want to hit that Sirach 12.
I got it. But I want to make another point to the fact that only thing left for him to do, he has eyes on everybody. Everywhere you go, there's a camera that can catch everything that's being done. The only thing he needs is a leash, and the leash on everybody is the chip.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. That's it. You need a leash. You know, because a leash symbolizes having total control.
Yeah. Because
Right
right now,
on that leash, it's like
no, it's like.
I was gonna say everything that's on the leash is only controlled by the hand. It's controlled in the leash.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have the power to shorten it, or you have the power to extend it.
Yeah. I was gonna say because right now, you could still go off grid to some degree. You know, you can move to the woods, and Esau can't track you like that. But that leash, you got a chip. You ain't going nowhere, and they can't find you.
And that's the plan, bro. So like, that's the plan, because you could be out there in the woods, but eventually you're gonna need to buy something to eat. You're gonna need to buy something to survive. So you need the leash.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be connected to the leash to buy itself.
That's right.
You got it.
All right, this is Sirach 12 and 20 and 20. No, Sirach 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So before you even get started, first you gotta pinpoint who the enemy is, so you'll know who not to trust. A lot of you Israelites, you still don't even know that the white man is your enemy. After everything that he's shown us throughout the process of time, you still in limbo about if he your enemy or not.
What has to be an enemy, bro?
Right.
Like, you can step on your neck for 8 minutes and you die in front of the whole world, and you don't think that's your enemy?
Right. Like, what is he, a friend? You know, but this goes to show you the mental conditioning that our people went through, man.
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome.
IUIC don't talk about the white man.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Though thou be humble himself, though he humble himself,
Yeah, you know, he'll give you an extra $1,400 if you take that max. Okay? He'll give you a promotion and an extra 50-cent raise of the year. You know? He'll tell you that he loves black people, and he'll, you know, give you a seat on the Maury show. Niggas think that they went to Maury and got a DNA test that white people love them, man. Cause they trying to determine, you know, they care about who my kid
they
was.
make you like a fool, man.
Right.
It's just to exploit our people.
Yeah, niggas up there doing the worm and doing the Dougie. Yeah, Dougie and shit, and you know, but he's still your enemy. He exploiting you.
That's all right.
Okay? Go ahead.
It says, and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast like a looking glass.
Yeah, I mean, we'll know exactly how he get down, exactly how he look. You know, we'll be able to determine the image. You okay? Because we wiping away the looking glass and we can see him clearly. Oh yeah, that's the mark of the beast. Yeah, that's the image of the beast. You know, we'll be able to accurately pinpoint exactly who the enemy is. We'll be able to call out his alliance. We'll be able to call out the horde that's riding on the beast. We'll be able to call out the mark. We'll be able to call out the name. We'll be able to call out the country, Babylon the Great. Okay?
Yeah.
We'll be able to pinpoint everything because we're wiping away his filth.
If I could say something too, which makes the elected perfect witnesses, because they hold the testimony even of Esau. When you deal with criminal investigation, they'll have the looking glass where you can actually point out the individual. They'll cuff up suspects. Yeah. You know, and through the spirit, the elect have the DNA. They have the you know, all the accusations of Esau. They got everything down to a T. So it's what they say, like an open and closed case, man.
Yep.
You know, we have spiritual representatives. We have a mediator. You know, we have a judge. And this devil is not going to be able to get off red-handed as he used to do. You know, that's where you have a criminal, which Apostle Gabar always goes into. Goes into crimson. You know, which is
Variation of red.
variation of red. Red man here.
I got a piece up.
Hold on.
Okay.
It's a little bit more than that. It's about 12.
Go to verse 12.
I want to get that part about being pricked.
It says, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away.
Mm-hmm.
Set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand in thy place.
Which he's done now. Go ahead.
Neither let him sit by thy right hand.
Yeah, I mean, don't join yourself unto him, man. Remember the scripture say, though hand join in hand, yet the wicked shall not be go unpunished. So you don't even supposed to be getting in cahoots with this devil. Hey, if you got a job and you got to work with Edomites, that's about as far as the buck stops right there. You know, don't go to lunch with them. Don't go out and get no drinks. Okay, don't do no extracurricular activity with no Edomites, man. You know.
Real quickly, this is Exodus 23 and 32, and it says, "And thou shalt make no covenants with them, nor with their gods." And this chip is the ultimate covenant, man. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hellfire paperwork you want to sign. You're gonna be signing away your rights.
They're gonna give you a kit and shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be all type of stuff. So what bigger covenant? But again, like we were saying earlier, you know, IUIC believes that you have to go down to the courthouse and get, you know, papers to get to be recognized of marriage within the brotherhood. Fuck the world. They say that amongst themselves. So what more the chip? And that's the ultimate covenant.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because you have the law where you have the cattle that will actually have to be, you know, receive the all, which is a form of a covenant. You're making a covenant between you and the beast, or the servant, the Hebrew servant that will work under another man for a complete amount of years, and after that completion, you will put it all under the ear. So that's the same thing.
Well, that's when you go into the Quran, in the blue letter of the Greek, one of the definitions they put there, it says a badge of servitude.
Yep.
That's one of the definitions. So you getting that chip, basically pledging allegiance to the beast, man.
Yeah.
The brand, the
Covenant.
brand put on
That's
voices.
covenant. That's it.
Brand.
That's the whole point of why it says the right hand. In the Greek, the right hand word is dexios. That's where you remember the phone book was dex, and it was the right hand.
Right, right, right.
Basically, is the logo showing you that right hand is something that you use in agreement. You're joined into it. You're like, yeah, you pledge, you swear, everything you do is
Shake
right
hands,
hand.
right hand.
Right, you're acknowledging covenant or an agreement.
That's it.
That's right.
Cariel, can you read to verse 14? I'm at.
No, I'm gonna finish up 12. I'll go down to 14. It says, "Lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith."
And that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna remember, but by then you're gonna be pricked. It's too late. And when you go into the word prick, it means to be punctured. Okay? Somebody, and what you gonna be pricked with? Okay? His wickedness, which a part of his wickedness is that RFID microchip. That shit wicked as hell, man. Okay? They have it set up. Yeah, bro, you can show that on the camera, Bob Kushada. But they got it set up to where, you can play actual video games with having just a brain implementation. Because what it does is it taps into your nervous system, and it can send signals throughout your brain to be able to present the miracles of Satan.
Yeah.
So they even have it to where you can even hear, like, if you want to hear a Lil Wayne track or a Lil Wayne song, and you think about it, that microchip can tap into his neurotransmitters, and you can actually hear Lil Wayne the Carter.
Well, that shit probably got Siri.
Phone,
Yeah.
headphones, where it's just going through.
Yep.
It's behind your ears, it's not even in your eardrum.
You remember Google Glasses a couple years ago?
Yeah.
To where you can actually see a holographic image and hear it from the actual what. But they're trying to centralize everything into that little device, and you'll be able to actually do little move stuff.
Yeah.
That's the miracles of Satan.
Like that movie Upgrade, you could talk to it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Iron Man. You have to sit with what's the Jarvis? Same deal.
Yeah, because even the devil, he knows that your brain is likened up to a computer. Yeah, and they just trying to put that chip, but that chip is like a barcode that can actually help access technology within your brain, modules, so to speak. But Esau knows. That's why it says he's wiser than Daniel. He studied all these different things, and it's trials going on as we speak. It ain't like we just speaking about things and then they just have a chip and then just gonna blow it out. No, you got people that's getting chipped as we speak.
Yeah, I read on I went on Neuralink, that brother up about the Neuralink. It says right now the brain chip that he got it's on the it's a one part of the brain, but they actually want to get it into your hypothalamus.
Mm-hmm.
That means that they want it to go into your central
nervous system.
But
Central cortex.
That's your pineal gland, but your hypothalamus that's basically where your deep consciousness is at.
They said a hippocampus too.
Yeah. You got your hippocampus lobe and stuff like that, but they want to access certain parts of the brain with the brain chip. Like just giving you one, chip, behind the ear or here, that's one thing. But they're going to keep up. Just like you got iPhone 12, they want to have brain chip.
But
they want to keep going up.
That's the spirit, because I was just thinking that a couple seconds ago they could have, we know the chip is gonna happen, but they could have levels to the chip. They may not distribute the same chip. They might have a 64 gigabyte chip. I got that.
If you remember,
I got the Apple chip.
I was just gonna say, if you think about it, even with these phones, they already have when you have these upgrades.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get upgraded, right? But not everybody can afford to be upgraded.
Right.
So there's gonna be people that barely have the system, and those other people that have advanced technology that built in. Well, I got the vision chip as well as the hearing chip, as well as the hearing chip, as well as the video game package, as well, you know,
Package.
on and on and on.
The bundle, the Xbox chip bundle.
This shit gonna come with subscriptions.
Kids,
Yeah.
yep.
Anybody had anything?
I want
Yeah.
a quick article. I want to just read the headline.
Mhm.
This was from the February the 2nd. It says Elon Musk says his startup Neuralink has wired up a monkey to play video games using its
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
9 days ago. 9 days ago.
Yeah, that's when I was just backing you up, saying that there's already these trials. And then there's a Japanese futurist, if I can bring it real quick.
Right.
Yeah, and they've been chipping animals, you know, for decades. You watch Animal Planet when you were a kid, and you'll see them chip maybe an alligator or crocodile or penguins, and then they'll come revisit them.
Lions.
That's a form of lions. That's a form of desensitization, desensitizing you.
With that movie with what was it LL Cool J, Deep Blue Sea? They was chipping them sharks.
Yep.
That's how you
Yeah,
And see, I was gonna make a quick point, but see, that's the fucked up part with Esau. Here it is, you took this animal from the wild,
Wow.
and you got him in a laboratory, fucking playing video games and shit.
Basically, it said in there, oh, the monkey's not unhappy. How do you know? Did he tell you?
Right.
How do you know? You know? Another backup of what you were saying about this Neuralink, right? But this is from a Japanese futurist. It says handicapped and cyber soldiers, prospects of cranial implants discussed by Japanese futurists. It says as Kawaguchi explained, implanted microchips could be the most helpful to the less able. So they're gonna sell you.
Disabled.
Disabled.
They had that in Black Mirror too. When they had that Jake was in the military.
Yep.
Yeah,
They had that chips where he thought he was seeing.
The roaches.
Yeah, the
roaches.
roaches.
And also, I was saying that the movie Upgrade too.
Yeah.
The dudes in the wheelchair, we got that implanted shit.
They were
Pretty
the
much
walk.
like a cyborg, man.
Super.
Fighting, chick.
You remember
You know?
that movie with Vin Diesel that just came out?
Yeah.
Called Bloodshot.
Bloodshot.
Yeah, it was called Spirit Rising Technologies, which was a firm that specialized in bringing back people from the dead, but they use nanobots. They use nanobots to repair the tissue that's get them to bring them back to life, but it turned them into a super soldier.
That was in the movie Transcendence.
Yeah, Transcendence. Yeah. So we dealing with high powered left hand spirits, man. That's why we constantly go in about not taking this chip, because the scriptures say in Revelation the 2nd chapter, Yahweh Shah was speaking to the church of Thyatira, and he said, "You have not known the depths of Satan." The reason why we continue to reiterate these points is because this shit go deep. And excuse my language, but man, if you take that, you're gonna be tormented, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it ain't just gonna be no easy transition, boy. That's like getting into a relationship with goddamn Ike Turner. You think about to beat your ass.
Yeah.
You know, he might get you a record deal or whatever, but it's gonna come at the expense of your eye. You know?
Yeah. And the fact that brothers can reference all these movies and these articles and things, the fact that we can do that proves that we study, we research, we can see it. There's something, we got the vision. So when we read the Bible, we say that's what the Bible's talking about. You know, it goes back to my initial point. It's like it's going to get more and more evident. Like, who knows what's going to happen in the next month or so? Like I said, you're going to have these rappers pushing it. You know, so it's really undeniable, but that just means that he's probably not the elect, man.
Well, that's what the elder started off with in 2 Ezra 9. They say that the end is manifest.
Yeah.
Word manifest means, we always bring it all the time. Word manifest means to be obvious, man. But it's only obvious to those the Most High, you know, saying open their minds.
Yeah.
And
You
you know
got
what the
it.
funny thing is?
Yeah.
One of the funny thing is, you know who they're gonna try to target with their Neuralinks,
Right.
because they call you Jake Sports Monkeys.
Mm.
And use the monkey as a test subject.
Dang.
And in their evolution, they say that we're the one step beyond the monkey.
Right.
Talk about Jake was one step beyond the monkey.
Hey,
Behind
well,
them.
but the reason why is because Jake's genetics is perfect for testing. You know, they have the cream of the crop organ. So if you can get a Puerto Rican, or if you can get a Gadite or Reubenite, and you can test them out, that's better than anything, because you're testing out a subject that has the best organs and the best blood type.
But that was just a good point of Wolverine. Wolverine's everybody believes that Wolverine's special power was the antium or whatever you call it, that it came out of his hands, but it was his ability to heal. That's why the scientists wanted to put that in him, because his ability to heal was made him a candidate.
Yeah.
Because he would heal from having that in his body that's falling out of his body.
That's why there's so many movies about like how you have that movie. It's a bunch of movies, but one of them that comes to mind is Divergent. But you got people that have certain special blood types that are immune. Like what's that one with Atlanta where they was going to the virus? Containment. You had Jake, and Jake was immune to it. So you got different blood types.
World War Z was a boy that I think he had cancer, but he was immune to it. But at the end of World War Z, you see how they was giving people massive vaccinations that really was a chip. So, like we just speaking out, there's so many different scenarios that could take place. And we know in part and prophesy in part. We ain't gonna tell you the chip is gonna come this way and that way. We speculate through the spirit, but it's all gonna play out in real time, and we see that it's right around the corner. That's why one of the main jobs of a prophet is to warn.
Tell you what's happening. They tell you before, and then as it happens, you say, see?
We got precepts? We gotta get some precepts.
Yeah,
I got something.
This is Isaiah 36:6. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt," which is America.
Which is America is a broken measuring stick of righteousness.
Right. What happens when you're walking, right? You got a cane and the reed breaks. What happens to you? You poke yourself, you prick yourself. You trust in something that's going to damage you. Go ahead.
It says, "Whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it.
See?
So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him." Because it mentioned about being a staff. A staff is for support. So our people are looking to America for support. The more continued support, whether it's stimulus checks or package, whatever it is, the more you get deeper into trust into the society, eventually it's going to cost you your life. It's going to pierce you. It's going to hurt you, basically. Like the scripture says,
down to Egypt.
when they go down into the hell, Micah 2:10, where it's so polluted it shall destroy you. So eventually it's leading to the chip, and eventually you get pierced in your hand by this chip by trusting in this system. There's 0% chance of you getting salvation. Bring it to the because you're gonna make it.
Yeah, I got a big one. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 34. It's like chapter 35, and I'll start at verse 7. It says, "For without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they have hid for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself into that very destruction, and let him fall." Because the brothers were speaking about how Esau is going to implement this chip, at a major level, but a little do they know that there's going to be the same way they go out, man, from their crafty counsel.
Own that.
Yeah.
So because not too long after the chip, the missile's gonna come. So that's going to be the end all be all. When we see the implementation of that particular device, then we know real soon that Yahweh Shai is about to appear and those missiles are about to drop. But that's going to be the ultimate token of wickedness, man. You're trying to implement the planet Earth with a device. That's it.
Yep.
Anybody else?
I got a quick one just to follow up on that. This is Psalm 64 and 5. It says, "They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?" And just like you said, that net is a snare. And that's, it says, they lay snares privily, because really, Esau is doing all this behind the scenes. We know, we're in the know because, we're the prophets. That's our job to know. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. But I keep going. It says, "They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep." So Esau, man, their heart is deep, man. They getting it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
And wouldn't you study that deep if your rulership depended on it? On a device or on one move, your next move to sustain your kingdom? When you put your whole mind into it?
Yeah, no, I got that. That's something real quick. Real quick, because going to what y'all going to about going through a prick, that's Sirach 12, then you go to get pierced. This is talking about Esau. This is Isaiah 27:1. It says, in that day the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent. This is not talking about Leviathan in Job 40, it's a metaphor for Esau. Notice it says the piercing serpent. It says even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. That's why I showed that image earlier, to the camera, that image that goes back to the 1800s, which says, don't get vaccinated. It had a skeleton, it had a snake chasing
with the word vaccine on it.
Now, I did a video on this the other day. You look up that word prick on Google. One of the synonyms is needle. All right, because we look at the fangs of the serpent. It looks like two needles.
Well, that was the history of that was the history of vaccination, right?
Vaccine with Baker going to Cow Park.
Hey, since you said that in the snake, this brother, if you still got, what was that, Sirach, 12, 13 and 14. That goes right into exactly what you guys saying.
That's why I showed it.
Exactly it. Because that needle, like you said, it's designed after the very tooth design of a snake. It has that hole in it, and it's cut on the bias exactly the same way, so that they can slide that needle in just like they inject the venom.
This is Sirach 12 and verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
That's the one.
That's it. Keep going.
Yeah.
It's the one that
Be the one that's going to be bit by that charmer, and that serpent is Esau.
Yep.
And he charming you with using all these. He's going to use all these different celebrities to persuade you to do it. All y'all are followers. Anything he puts in the media, you soak up.
And ultimately, Yahweh Shai is not going to pity you, because when you look up that word pity, another point for pity is loyalty. When you have pity towards somebody, it's a form of loyalty. And when you decide to go against Yahweh Shai and get that chip, he's not going to pity you because you show no loyalty to you. So he's going to ultimately destroy you because you're not in the spirit of him. No, he's not going to pity you. We're not going to pity you.
Right.
Guys, men, we're in the flesh, so we have a certain drive of wanting our people to be righteous, but at the end of the day, the Lord already has it set that 2/3 are going to take this and be destroyed.
And that's it.
He's not going to pity you, man.
Yeah. You got some more.
You got to do 14.
And a charmer is someone who like basically tries to mesmerize the snake to get the snake to move and do what he wants to do. Which you're not, because a snake is going to strike. That's what snakes do. That's its natural habitat. That's its natural way of living. Is eventually it's going to bite you.
Well, that's what Jake doing when they're doing all these marches.
Yeah, spirit.
And they doing
BLM.
BLM. They're trying to charm. They're trying to charm the circle.
That's right.
Democratic Party. Got it.
Or any such is come nigh wild beast. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?
Yeah, so you got Nate, Johanna, all these guys that are telling you take, hey, don't worry about the chip, don't worry about the vaccine. This is all a mind game. So when they get taken out and you get taken out alongside with them, who's gonna have pity on you? It's the same exact thing. It's like, hey, no one's gonna feel bad for you. And a lot of these people, they're not gonna repent to give the Most High the glory. That's why he's not gonna feel bad about destroying.
Yep.
So you got zero chance
Yep.
of making it. Take that chip.
And that's just the only way to go about putting it, man. And even though, although we know that everybody's not going to resist it, we still put it out there. Cause CYA, man. Hey, at least you know, when all hell break loose, we could go to the Lord and say, Lord, we warned him.
Yeah.
You know, you got is there any more?
Yeah, there's a couple more verses. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit.
Yeah, that's the peace treaty scripture. Okay, he speaking sweetly, and he come and he create this, you know, dialogue between you where he appears to be gentle, but as soon as that conversation is over, he got a whole nother agenda. That's Esau, man. Okay, but
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
exactly, man. So this devil wants total domination. He wants total authority, and he ain't even satisfied with killing you niggas. He want to dominate you. He wants your DNA. Like in Get Out, you know, at the end he was like, I just want them big old bubbly eyes.
Well, if I may, since we're referencing shows, another show that's on Amazon came out recently, Uploaded, and in that series of Uploaded, Esau he wants to digitize, which goes into the chip. They're already talking about the fact that even after death, they can upload you into a digital content that goes into the chip as well. But like just to make a quick point in that show, it shows you Esau's oppression is even going to go into death. Where in that show, even though you were dead and you were in this conscious center that he created, you still had to pay to sneeze. Because sneezing is a thing of the flesh. So people want to be in this uploaded world and be humans. So okay, you got to pay to sneeze. You got to pay to deal with certain aspects of humans. So Esau's going to oppress you in life and in death. You know, and that's this devil. But again, like the point of this lesson that we're going into is a lot of you people, man, you don't understand this devil.
They don't.
You take him as a joke because you see Mr. Burns and you see this frail white man with liver spots on him, and you think that he wouldn't hurt a fly. Where he doesn't give a damn. He's an evil genius.
Well,
he's an evil man.
Well, to add to your point, hey, he could do that with social distancing. He'll know if you have the chip. He'll know whether you not 6 feet apart because it might have an alarm or something.
They did that. They started opting for that in Washington State, where they said, we want to basically, if you'll allow us, they wanted the COVID-19 tracking through your Bluetooth, and your GPS. That way, if someone came up positive or tested positive, anyone around them in your proximity, you went to that same restaurant or you went to that same grocery store, and you're screwed.
He don't even know who he was around.
And that's the thing. You don't even know if what they're saying is true.
Right.
You know?
He just got to sit out.
Right. It's like, man, you don't even want to take the cell phone with you anymore.
Oh, definitely.
Leave it at home type of thing.
When the coronavirus first happened, that's how they said, I believe it was either North Korea or South Korea, that's how they kept their numbers down through their social tracking. They basically saying that they caught it early. So whoever was around that person who caught the coronavirus, immediately quarantined.
He got a little bit. I think he got a little bit more.
Yeah, verse 17, it says, if adversary come upon thee, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. Are you hungry? Come get this chip. That's how you fix that. He's gonna have an answer for you. All you gotta do is get chip.
Yep.
It says, and though he pretended to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands.
If I may say, watch how he gonna be so quick to give you the chip, but he gonna be so hesitant to help that grievous sore.
Yeah.
You know how many people gonna be going to the doctor for that sore? They like, hey, look, we can't do nothing for you, probably.
Yeah.
But then before that, you was hell bent on chipping everybody.
Yeah.
When it's time to help, hey, he ain't gonna be there, man.
Well,
And Joe Biden.
Hank Aaron and all of these different older individuals that's trying to make messages about taking that jab. They make the message and then they die. Like Jesse Jackson ended up in the hospital. You know, it's a lot of figures that are dying behind that jab, but then on the other side of, no connections.
Right.
You know, they just, you know, where's the hospital? They were sick, they just died, had nothing to do with it. Oh, okay, but then when you signed up to make a message for the cause, you just got thrown away.
Yep.
And it says, whispers much and changes countenance.
Yeah, meaning he know how to put on the front.
Yeah.
Okay, and real quick, so somebody could get Job, chapter 5, verse 12.
Oh, yes.
Okay, because ultimately what we're going into is if you receive this device, this mark, then you're not going to be delivered. But you got to know that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to disappoint this device one way or another. Because when Esau first rolled it out, it may seem like it's working. Like, man, it should take it off. You know, but you got to know in your spirit, hey, the Lord is going to disappoint this shit. So I'm not taking this, man.
That's right.
You know, I'm going to resist. Hey, the hour of temptation, hey, there's going to be a period where you're going to feel it. You're going to feel, you know, what it's like to not take that device, man. The Lord is going to put you in that moment to see if you really going to crumble or if you're going to really hold. Okay? So let's get that Job 5 and 12 real quick.
I got it. Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Yeah, they crafty. Remember Psalm the 83rd chapter said that they did what? Crafty counsel. Also in Daniel the 8th chapter, around 25, it said craft prospered in his hand. Okay? So he's a crafty fellow, man. He deals with witchcraft, deception. This man is very, very crafty, man. Okay, go ahead, bro.
It says, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
And ultimately, they're not going to be able to finish their enterprise. The word enterprise goes into their work. Okay? They're not going to be able to perform it. Why is that? Because the Lord is going to cast them down while they're eating. Okay? He's going to bring them down. Remember Job, was it 20? It said, do you not know that the triumphing of the wicked is but a moment? Okay? Meaning, hey, man, the wicked never got, you know, a long distance run at this, man. So eventually it's going to be one day where the Lord going to rain down hellfire from the missiles, man. Okay? So we have to hold on to that notion and understand that, hey, this is the time of temptation. And you got this guy, Nate, Bishop Nathaniel from the IUIC. He's recanting his statements now. Okay? He's recanting his statements because what he's doing is he's under the fire. And he's trying to do damage control by now saying, y'all trying to screw my words and say that I said. No, replayed your words and you said that there won't be a tribulation. Because when all hell breaks loose, you're going to want to try to wiggle out of that fire. But no, man. Okay? You taught your congregation not to worry about that time. The apostles and elders have taught their congregation to prepare for that time.
They call us zombies.
Yeah.
Right. Deacon Akesat, I think, said that we were zombies because we believe the hour of temptation is going into the heart of our teacher.
He did.
So you slandered us. You made us to be crazy men in the process of warning our people. You think you're just going to go away? You think you're just going to slide off into the wind with a victory like that?
That's right. Keep reading on that. Come on.
It says in verse 13, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong.
Yeah, man. Okay. So we're in a time, you know, where there's going to be a transition of power. But before that transition of power is finalized, the wicked is going to make his final attempt. He's going to make his final attempt to lock in that power so that he can get that world domination that he's always strived for, man. Okay? But the elect is going to be the ones to put a rift in the matrix, man, by resisting that chip. The only way Esau can truly achieve global domination and get that birthright back is if he get everybody chipped. That'll be his bargaining tool to be the ruler. Okay? But it's already written that they got victory over the beast and they didn't receive his mark. Okay?
Job 20.
Yep, that's it. Okay,
Nah, yeah, a little bit.
Yep.
You said you wrote that or no?
That was it, yeah.
Oh, okay, this is Jim S. Isaiah 144 or not. He says Psalm 33:10. The Lord Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
Yeah.
And so that was the point of what the bishop was saying. He's basically saying that no matter what you think you have lined up to fulfill Esau, it's going to come to naught because the Heavenly Father don't want it to come to pass.
Yeah, I got something about that. It's Psalm 75 and I started verse 5. It said, lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge.
That's right. So the promotion comes from the Most High. That's why he said the Lord, he ruleth in the kingdom of men. He setteth up one and bringeth down another. Okay? So the Lord is playing basically World of Warcraft with people, man. Yeah. You know, said that, this is the Game of Thrones.
Yep.
The Lord is doing all the building of the Edomite and the throwing down of the Edomites and the establishment of the Jakes, and then then you turn around, then it's the Hamites, then it's the Moabites, then the Japhites. This is the Lord doing that, man. Because that's where the promotions come from, and the demotions. But we're going into the ultimate promotion now, everlasting promotion, everlasting seat of rulership. And we know full well that, hey, if everything else came to pass, then why wouldn't the fall of the wicked come to pass?
Right.
If you see the RFID microchip, you didn't see the Jacob's trouble. You done seen everything that's written of in the scriptures come to pass. Well, why wouldn't the final judgment come to pass? So that's the mindset of a true soldier, man. Truly holding yourself to the belief of these words, man. Okay, because it's gonna come to pass. We just have to hold firm to that understanding. Okay, go ahead, Karatazar.
It says, but the Most High is the judge. He put him down one and set up another.
And he's gonna bring down Esau.
Right.
So if you take that chip in your spirit, you believe that the Lord ain't gonna bring this devil down.
That's right.
Okay? Because that's gonna be a moment of desperation if you take that goddamn chip, man. That's a lack of faith. Jacob be in the chip line like they standing in the line for Jordan 12, man. Just lying wrapped around the building, get ready to get stuck up.
And this devil, he's proud, man. When it comes down to this shit, he might just call you out on your shit. He just tell you, man. He might have it where you just have to denounce the Lord. He may take it there because he's proud. He's not a person that just takes the victory and just subtly. He's probably going to show it in your face like, submit, bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being facetious, but he might, and you gonna just be like you say that line looking stupid as hell.
Well, that's why certain people gonna be beheaded for not receiving it. It's gonna be an aggressive implementation. You got some more on that, bro?
That was pretty much the point.
No, Ross, I said, yeah, I see it too.
Yeah, I had actually the brother had put it on the comment board. I'm just reading from here. G. Much Vegas sit down 144, Psalms 21:11, which I brought out. He's all that in the spirit. Yeah, it says, they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform.
That's the agenda. That's the so-called New World Order. And they're using all these crises as a reason to leap forward into Operation Warp Speed. Biden wants everybody to take the jab. By the summer or as many as he can. So what is that telling you? That's telling you that he's trying to perform something. He's trying to do something.
That's right.
But like the brother just read, the wicked not gonna get it.
That's right.
I got something back.
So we get the next verse 12. It says, therefore shalt thou make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. That's it. But the arrows ultimately going to those missiles, man.
But the scriptures speak about that. It said that the beast gonna be tormented with hellfire. Okay, but that's immediately after the implementation of the chip. It might not even be that long.
Right.
All right, then boom, because a lot of these countries they're gonna be against that chip, man. So hey, World War III gonna break out. There's gonna be a scuffle, and then all hell gonna break loose. And then once those missiles are shot, then that's when the angels in your house shot gonna appear. Okay, so if you take that chip prior to that moment, that you count it out, automatically count it out. All right, you ain't gonna be like, Lord, I took it because I was just scared, I didn't have nothing to eat. Well, that's your salvation, man. That's your ass.
A lot of these Edomites are going to fight against this chip too. It's going to be a lot of resistance on all angles.
Trump supporters.
Well, not even just Trump supporters, just Edomites, because this system is going. The main people that are exposing the evilness of this coming system are Edomites. Now, we are the focal point of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but really this explosion going to Psalm 64 is you Edomites, man. Because you understand, see, one thing Edomites know is liberty and sovereignty and their own independence of being able, my God, that's big for them. That ain't big on Jake. Jake don't really care. Jake talk a lot of shit, but Jake really don't care about independency. Jake don't care about sovereignty.
Yeah.
Jake don't care about their God-given liberties. Esau do.
Yeah, he does.
So when Esau really see this clan coming down and they feel themselves becoming the new slave, they're gonna resist.
Yeah.
This thing is not gonna be so simple as just everybody's gonna line up and just. It might be easy for the Esau to chip niggas, but it ain't gonna be easy for him to make it these Edomites, these Hamites, these other heathens, because these heathens haven't felt the same level of oppression as we are. We're just Esau don't have Stockholm syndrome.
It's easy for Jake to go along with the get along because that's a subconscious defenses that we developed over the centuries.
Right.
But these, like brother said, these second generation foreigners coming over to America, they ain't felt that. They coming from there, they making money. They're like, listen, I don't like this way that your system is pushing this, so I have a voice here in America. I'm a citizen. I'm a fight against it. I pay taxes. So like, yeah. You know?
I got something real quick. This is James chapter 4, verse 7. Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from it. Hey, what do you do when you're tempted? You resist it. You know, the chick, a little bad chick, got a wedding ring on her, but she throwing herself at you. Resist it. You know, the temptation is aggressive application of Satan.
Yeah.
He's applying pressure on you to get you to go off.
Like y'all shine in the wilderness.
Yep. They just applying pressure. Hey, I'm hungry as hell. And it's a bacon cheeseburger right there.
You gotta pay for
You know, you like shit. You know, no man, you can't. You gotta resist it. So that's why I say resist the devil and he will flee. Meaning that the Lord, in the hour of temptation, when we're feeling that temptation to get it, then if we resist it, the Lord is going to take away that feeling. Because ultimately it ain't gonna be of us to take the chick or not. It's of the Lord if he give you the spirit to take it or he give you the spirit to resist it.
Right.
But on our end, we gotta fuck that, man. You know, pray to the Lord. Hey, that's the Matthew 6 chapter, the Abanawi. Okay, in the prayer, the Lord, it says what? Deliver us from temptation. You know, so that's why you're supposed to be praying these prayers, man. You're supposed to be sending these prayers up, man. Okay, like we was talking about prior to the camera cutting on. It boils down to the things that you're doing off camera too. Okay, don't get too wrapped up in the camera. The camera is used to edify, but what happens when the word is taken away is what you do off that camera, man. That's what's gonna get you your salvation. What you perform when that camera go off, man. So the scriptures say, resist the devil and he shall flee. Okay, I mean the Lord is going to take that feeling away from you. That feeling of taking is going to withdraw, man. Okay? Who else had a precept?
I had some.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
We're going to be ready to close out in about 5-10 minutes.
All right, 2 Ezra 16 and 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Yeah, that's how Esau gonna come. He's gonna come down. He's gonna offer you this chip. He's gonna offer you all kind of incentives. It's gonna make it look cool. It's gonna use your favorite people to promote it. You know, and those that resist and that don't comply with this system, like it says in Revelation 13, it says what? It says that those that don't want to be a part of the beast should be killed. Will be cast out of your house. You're gonna have your goods taken away. You know. And that's, you know, and it says there shall be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So on our part, that's where we have to trust in the Lord and have reverence in Him more than having fear in men. What did Yahweh Shai say? Fear not him that can destroy the body, but fear him that can destroy the body and spirit. Yep.
I got that word insurrection. Insurrection, an uprising against civil authority. It says a rising up, basically to rise up.
Yeah.
You know.
So they're gonna come against Israelites.
Yeah.
But we gotta hold fast and be fervent in our faith. You know? Because this is a thing of transfer of power, like I said earlier, Game of Thrones. But if you want your throne, if you want your crown, you're gonna have to trust in the Lord.
Yep, that's right.
You know?
Go ahead.
The temptation comes.
This is back you up because Most High will be with you when you have that faith. This is Psalms 53:5. It says, there were they in great fear, where no fear was, for the Most High had scattered the bones of him that encamped against thee. Thou hast put them to shame, because the Most High had despised them. So whatever issue or situation you find yourself in, just keep the faith, because the Most High said that he would scatter their bones that are encamped against you. That means splitting them. He's going to annihilate them. We don't have to concern ourselves with how he's going to do it. It's just that he said he's going to do it. Verse 6, Oh, that the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion. That's the elect. When the Most High bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice and Israel shall be glad.
Yeah, meaning when the Lord finally get us up out of this, man. But before we can get to that land of milk and honey, hey, we got to go through the shadowy part that Mufasa was mourning Simba about, man.
Yeah.
You know, hey son, you see that dark?
Never go there.
Never go to it, you know. And then when he went over there, he said, "Son, you deliberately disobeyed me." You know. So we got to go through that dark space, man. Remember Psalm 23. You know, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we shall fear no evil. Even though we know evil times is coming or bad times, we're not supposed to fear it because the scriptures say we well understand.
Sirach 33:1, there shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord Yahweh, but in temptation, even again, he will deliver him. That was from
That's one of my favorite scriptures. It says even again. Okay, because why? Because the Lord has delivered us out of multiple tempting situations even before the hour of temptation. So we can see like everything that I go through, the Lord is getting me out of it.
Even during the time of Jacob's trouble, he's going to get us through every step.
Yep, every step of the way, man. That's why our power, his name means he delivers.
Yeah.
No other nation has a power whose name is named it. So not only is the Lord going to get us out through the ultimate deliverance, and the Lord been delivering us out of all kinds of situations, man. Yeah. You know, I can speak for myself as well as probably everybody in this room. Yeah. You know, there's been plenty of situations that I've been in where I've been delivered. You know, by the grace of Yahweh Bashem Shai.
Car accidents, you can name regular worldly stuff. Car accidents, you know, shit even delivered you from a chick. You know? You know, any of those levels. That's the full spectrum of it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is Psalms 8 and 9. It's like a 9 and 9. The Lord will also be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord, has not forsaken.
It says they that know thy name. Okay? That's what the brothers been hinging on also in this lesson. That when you know that name, that's your access code to be able to escape. But your works and your denial of this beast and in this system and this mark will keep you in the shadow of the Heavenly Father.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Lord has not forsaken them that seek thee.
That's right. Hey, the Lord is not one. Hey, name one who the Lord forsook in the scriptures from beginning to end. Okay? Name one who the Lord forsook. So if you can name it, all right. So that ain't the Lord MO.
Right.
You know, Yahweh Bashem Shai, he get down, man. He get busy when it comes down to saving and redeeming his election, man. Okay, and that got to be the mindset, man. All right. Hey, the scriptures repeat that sentiment, babe. But also in our own lives, our testimony as well. Okay. Hey, that's some of the best learning lessons come through other men's testimonies. You know, so hey, those hey, oh, you went through that? Oh, come on, hey, you know, so therefore, when you go through it, you can use that brother's testimony, like, yeah, you know, hey, that brother got through it, I can get through it too.
That builds your faith in the Lord through him.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Anybody got some precepts? Yeah. I go ahead, Dr. Lee, to get you out there.
Kind of. This is Ecclesiastes 8. I'm starting at verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High. So just like, you know, the elders and brothers are going into, you know, these are the times that the signs and the prophecies are showing that Esau, Edom's kingdom is falling. And one of the major signs, especially these end days, is that mark of the beast. And you know, that's one prophecy that when it comes to pass, you know, it's, you know, yea or nay. You know what I'm saying? Will you allow this this man in this system and this beast system to mark you and to you know, pretty much give yourself and your spirit over to him and to his machine? Or will you actually accept Yahweh Shem Shai, no matter what situation appears in the flesh? Will you accept Yahweh Shem Shai to lead you and guide you through and to deliver you as is promised in the scriptures, man, for those who believe in him, man?
That's right.
You know, and for those who continue to gird up, you know, and build your faith and build our works day to day. You know, it's just black and white, man. It's just black and white. And, you know, men can, you know, sit here and try to deny it if they want. But at the end of the day, like the elders and brothers saying, man, if you take it, your ass is grass.
That's it. You know, hey, and just to back you up with a quick point, the scriptures say we believe having not seen. You know, so yeah, we believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, even though we don't physically see him, but we believe everything that he wrote to be true.
Mm-hmm.
So if we believe that everything else, why wouldn't we believe that the Lord is going to get us up out of this final moment, man? Which is going to come to the earth to try all of them that dwell on the earth, pursuing the Revelation, the 3rd chapter. Okay? But we have to be in the spirit of knowing, hey, Yahweh Shem Shai going to get me up out of this. All right, you got it, bro.
Come on, I know brothers are holding precepts. 2nd Ezra 9 and 7. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
Keep going.
This whole front half is bad. Verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
And one of those perils is the hour of temptation. It's like the last peril for us to go through is that are we going to trust in the Lord or are we going to trust in this system? What are we going to do? And getting through that, we're going to inherit the land.
Hey, at that point, man, that's it. That's it. You know, no more alarm clocks, no more, you know, oppression, no. I ain't gonna lie, I fucking hate alarm clocks.
Well, I hate
shit. Money, bro. None of that shit. That shit's gonna be gone, bro.
And if I may real quick, it's really it says a lot about your character. If you find yourself in allegiance with a society or with a government that decides out of nowhere to kick people out of their houses and kick people out of their, take their stuff by force because they won't get along with it. That's why where in Daniel 12 and that shame gonna come on, because you are aligned with a real tyrannical devil, you know. I just want to throw that out there.
I just a quick one, just laying back what the elder read, because I was holding it, and he read a word, I was holding it perfect. He read it, said, shall be preserved from the said perils. This is Psalm 31:23. O love the Lord, all ye his saints, for the Lord preserveth the faithful, and plentifully rewardeth the proud doer. You go to the word preserve, the Hebrew word natazar. I'm going to get to one definition. It says to preserve, guard from dangers, to be kept close, to be blockaded. See, like the Lord's gonna have like a spiritual force field where
It's strong tower.
like a strong tower, right? You know, but these dangers and perils going to affect these people. It's not going to affect. It said the faithful. Yeah. The part of being faithful is not accepting that shit.
Yeah.
Because you basically showing your loyalty to your Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right. So the Lord's gonna protect you for that. You know.
I got a quick one. 1 Thessalonians 5:4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor darkness. Yeah, so that we're not in darkness. So this is not going to overtake us as a thief. We already 20 steps ahead of the average person that's that's not aware.
If you embrace contact, rather one yard away that hit will hurt worse, and if you embrace for farther away.
Exactly.
That's the whole parable of the wise and foolish virgin.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to take you by like a thief because you're prepared.
Yeah, oil.
You got that lamp shining so you can see.
Yeah, beautiful.
See it fall.
God, just real quick. Psalms 37:7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Psalm 37.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the verse down, but it speaks about how the wicked gonna be cut down like a tree. Keep going.
No, it says, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. And that's all we got to do. He's trying to bring his plots, his plans, his schemes, and everything to come to pass. But we just wait on the Lord, being patient, okay? Run to that tower, which is his name. And in due time, the Lord is going to deliver us. That's all we got to do.
This is Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth on the dead, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Just like brothers were saying, it's striving in the dedication of the work, because temptation comes with the territory, but we already know what the Lord says. If we're tempted with death, beheading, or whatever he has to provide, it is what it is, because at the end of the day, the Lord spoke about how it's going to be certain souls that's going to be raised up, and it's going to be beheaded for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Strive for the truth, death. Strive for the truth.
It's in 2, it says, for those that stood so stiffly in the name, meaning they didn't denounce Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they stood stiffly and denounced the beast in his image and his mark. I got a piece up on the comment board. Jimmy, if I can sit down 144 again. It's 2 Peter 2:9. So the Lord Yahweh knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to preserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
So you see the contrast, like you see what the Lord is telling us. He's going to preserve the elect, those that trust and believe in him. Don't worry about listening. He's going to punish this man. He's going to take this man out.
Don't fret.
Yep, don't fret. Don't even trip.
And it's going to look shaky. Let's not be
Right.
unreasonable about how the situation could possibly look. It's going to look like there's no hope. But that's when you hold on and you keep your faith that much more, whereby you believe, and then he's going to deliver what you need in that hour as you need it.
Let shall scarcely be saved.
But if the elect shall scarcely be saved, what the ungodly and the sinner appear. I thought of that. This is the last couple of them.
This is Proverbs 3:24. It says, when thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shouldest lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken.
And we know that, it's like, I don't know if you want to break it down, but we know that the scriptures also have the comfort, especially that we're going to need in those days when things are going to look hopeless. And so we refer back to this and we live by the belief of these words when everything's going to look hopeless, because we won't assimilate ourselves to this beast system. Okay, so instead, what do? We remember these things, we hold on, and before you know it, the Lord will be delivering what we need.
Right.
And eventually delivering us about all of this, these perils.
Yeah, it speaks about that fear. You shouldn't come into that day with a level of fear. So we speak about how perfect love casteth out fear.
Yeah.
So when you come into certain situations with a spirit of level-headedness, then it resists, the temptation that's ahead of you. You know, and it also tells you in Esdras how fear is no more than betraying of Securus will reason off. Because we have reasoning, we have logic, we have the spirituality to understand what we're tempted with. Just say no, so to speak.
And I want to line back off of that. The reason we have it because it's gonna be miraculous, but these people won't believe in the miraculous in that day. But we have a book full of miraculous events and works that the Heavenly Father has done to other men in the scriptures that we can draw from.
Yep. That's right. Anybody else had a precept? Yeah. So as a matter of fact, let's get the perfect code of scriptures, Romans 13. Yep. About Kashat. Whoever got something.
I got it.
Yep. You got it. Bring it out.
13, right? This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Yeah, that's right. So we're seeing the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. We're seeing it speak. That's declaring what? That we're close to the end. All right. It's high time to awake. Meaning now get up. Like it's one thing to be woke laying in the bed. It's another thing to be woke out the bed. Get up out the bed now.
Get dressed.
Get dressed. Put your wedding garments on, man. The husbandman is getting ready to appear. It's time to awake out of sleep. Okay? Really get the ball rolling, man. Build your faith. Hey, embrace, whatsoever is brought upon you so that you can be, built and ready to withstand the wiles of the devil. Okay? When you go into the word wiles in that scripture, it goes into the missiles. Okay? Literally, the word wiles means missiles. Okay? So basically, everything that you're doing from this point on is a symbol of you resisting the missiles. You resist when you resist the chip. That's you resisting the goddamn missiles, man. Okay, so that's what it ultimately boiled down to. You don't want to receive the judgment of the beast and the whore, man. Okay, so wake up. All right, you want to close out? I know
Go ahead.
Okay,
Okay,
come on. This is Revelation 14 and 11.
4:13.
Yeah, we'll read 13. Oh, yeah.
bro. Yeah.
So this Revelation 14
Hit 9, bro.
and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High.
Hey, meaning 0% chance of being delivered. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Which is poured out without mixture.
Yeah, meaning straight, no chasing.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Yeah, that's right. And those holy angels also represent the elect. Because remember, pursuant to 1 Corinthians 15 and 40, it says you have bodies that are celestial and bodies that are terrestrial. The word angel simply means messenger. So you have heavenly messengers and you have terrestrial messengers.
Right.
So everybody that's a saint or of the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai is going to watch the beast burn. Right. Okay, which is that's going to be a privilege and an honor to be able to watch that.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Verse 11. And the smoke of their torment ascends up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
Yep. So all you people that's super engulfed in the American lifestyle and Western culture, you're gonna receive the reward of it. You want to be independent? Guess what comes with being independent? You want to be a feminist? You want to be a faggot? You want to be a gangster and a thug? All right. You want to be a low life nigga in America? Hey, well, you're gonna receive the reward of the horde, man, of the beast. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahweh Shai.
That's right. That's what it's about. Holding on to the faith. That's why when we read throughout the scriptures, what do we always hear? Reiterate it over and over again. The patience and the faith of the saints. The patience and the faith of the saints. The patience and the faith of the saints. All right? So this is what we hope for. This is what we look for. And hope make them not ashamed. So we ain't ashamed to go out to the highways and byways and profess what's written of in the scriptures. Okay, because that's our hope, that's our faith. That's what we live. That's what we live on. Okay, every day we wake up, man, the first thing popping in our head is the scripture, man. How about Shema Shai? The brothers, every day. You know? So you got it, bro.
This is Ephesians 5:14. Wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Circumspect, meaning, hey, 360-degree visual. Watching everything around you, north, south, east, and west. Watching the prophecies, watching yourself, watching the brothers around you. Okay? Watching what Esau doing, watching what the Lord doing. Okay? You got to be locked in, man. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Redeeming the time.
Redeeming the time. All right, the word redeem means what? To buy back. Why are we buying back time? Because we lost time because we were once wicked at one point in time. So all that time that we had on the earth where we was wicked, we got to make up that time by serving Yahweh by Shema Shai. See, and then that's the spirit, bro. Yeah. Hey, as it was you to go astray, the Lord said what? Seek him 10 times more. Okay? Hey, we've been pulling scriptures pulling scriptures and quoting scriptures this whole lesson, man. This lesson filled with scriptures, man. Why? Because we the men of the Lord and we here to feed the flock. Okay? So therefore we have to redeem that time by what? By serving Yahweh by Shema Shai and hastening the day.
Hey, bro,
Okay.
it's like if I may add on to that, in Revelation, this brother was reading Revelation 14, it tell you that the elect was redeemed from among men. They were right out of the world and brought into the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they were virgins, because they were untouched by these philosophies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they redeemed the time.
Yep.
Because the days are evil.
That's right. Hey, the Lord redeemed us with his blood. So the Lord saying, hey, I redeemed you. Now you need to redeem the time. Okay? You need to buy back that time. You need to, hey, bring in my sheep, man. The sun setting. So you need to be working hard when you see the sun setting, bro. You got to work late. So you need to make the time up. You need to work hard. You know? That was all on. Yeah, you know, so Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson. Resist the devil. Pray that the Lord give you the spirit to resist. And also send up the Lord's Prayer, man. You know, so that the Lord won't pull you into that temptation, man. Because, hey, real quick, the scriptures say, let no man say that he's tempted of the Most High. Okay? Because it's Satan that tempts you, but the Lord can give you over to Satan. Okay? If you tempt the Lord, he can give you over to the tempter. So send that prayer up, man, and continue to do the works and stay faithful. So, Lord willing, we're going to give our praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash. I double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, safety, many blessings unto the elect. Till the next time, we say shalom.
Shalom.